Hello, beautiful creatures. I'm making this video because it's going to be like a little mini vlog. Over the course of a few days, I am going to work on putting together some protection and working with candle magic and creating a protection bag. So I wanted to share with you some of the ingredients that I've chosen and how I use them, and share with you the candle magic and the creation of the protection bag. And I don't normally do this. I usually just do this all in one shot, but I wanted to kind of do this in a vlog style to walk you through the process. Excuse me, it's early and I'm still drinking my coffee. So I'm going to be choosing some herbs, and I already pretty much know what I'm going to use because they're pretty foundational in my magic, and it's over here in this mess that I still have not straightened up. But I'll get there. It's a work in progress. So I'll share with you what I've chosen and how I use that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's been several of my friends that have come to me needing some protection, with needing some guidance on what it is that they're feeling. And a lot of it comes down to with the understanding through the lens of astrology. And right now we have Pluto and Saturn, big major players that move pretty slowly, so they kind of make impact once they make that shift into the next zodiac. So they're both doing that right now, and we're really feeling it as a whole, as a collective. So what happens is when that shift happens, depending on where that is for you, some may feel it not right now, but maybe in the long run, because they're very slow moving planets. But some may feel it right away. And what happens is you may feel like a sense of disassociation, like because things are detaching and being uprooted. So that may feel like heavy energy and just unfamiliar territory. But so regardless, periodically it is very good to cleanse, protect, as a rule of thumb, right? Because you never know what evil eye is on you. So you always want to, especially in the realms of spirituality, if you are working with these energies, you always want to make sure that you're doing something to protect yourself. So I wanted to take you through that process. Today I'm just going to kind of sit, meditate, and do a little divination on what it is that's happening, and also choose what I'm going to use. And then tomorrow I'll share with you, I'll go through what I have chosen and how I'm going to use it, and then do a little candle magic. And then I'll have to wait for the next day to once the candles burn, then I'll create the protection bag the next day. So I will see you tomorrow. So yes, I'm in my kitchen again. I'm finding that when I do these types of videos, at least, I want to share with you more ingredients and even different ways to use them medicinally, because these are how I use them. And when I look for what the correspondences are when using them in magic, I also look at that coming from how they're used medicinally. I want to talk about Hyssop. Hyssop is, and yes, I have it marked. I refilled it. I have 2020 here, but that is not the actual date. I just didn't change the label on this. But yeah, so this is hyssop root, dried hyssop root, and it is used a lot of times when you want to create a cleansing, like in a shower, excuse me, in the shower, a cleansing wash. You usually add like hyssop or rue. So I wanted to include hyssop because it's very powerful in the removal of any negative energies, any of that dark, heavy energy. The next one is wormwood, and I know I've spoken about this several times on my channel. It's because I really love it, and I also did a video, if you want to take a look at that, where I go in detail about wormwood, and I share a little bit about parasites and how wormwood gets rid of parasites and how I used it and my experience. So if you want to know a little more in depth about wormwood, I'll put that video in the link in the description. But this is dried wormwood, and it is used to banish and remove and get rid of, because as I said, I use a lot of these things medicinally. So I use this periodically to get rid of parasites and those things in your colon that are like chilling there, living their best life, and if you don't get rid of them. So you have to find active ways to cleanse out your colon. So for me, wormwood is one of the ways that I do that. So because I know how powerful it is in the medicinal world, I transferred that over into what I do to banish, remove, protect, and all of that. So the next one here I have is mugwort, and as I said, these are not unknown. They are common, but I just wanted to share how I use them. So I use mugwort, one, for its protective qualities and protective element. Also, because when I create something like this, I sometimes like to add the elements of psychic awareness, because you want to know, a lot of times we don't know where some of these negative energies are coming from. So you want to kind of have the insight on, peering into the otherworldly realm, the astral, to kind of go and take you to where the source of this negative energy is coming from. So adding something like this element here with protective qualities and the psychic awareness, awakening of properties of this herb is helpful. Also, both of these, wormwood and mugwort, they are associated with the goddess Artemis. She is a Greek Olympian goddess, and she is known for several things, but one of them is a fierce hunter. So when you think about that element and you incorporate all these things together, you think about Artemis, you're pinpointing the source of where this energy is coming from, and you're handling it. You're going on a hunt to remove it, from your world, from affecting you. So these are 3 ingredients that I like to merge together to create this blend that helps banish, remove, and protect. I think I'm going to use a red candle because I want this to happen quickly. Sometimes a black candle can, it's absolutely 100% good to use a black candle. However, fast action, right? We're in at the time that I'm filming this, we're in Aries season. I want to pull and draw on that energy to let this attack quickly. Let this, you know, go on a hunt and pinpoint and remove and banish quickly. So I'm going to use red, I think. But, however, I'm going to do the candle magic, and then after the candle magic, add a little more, like a teaspoon of this blend, and with that, you're going to write on a piece of paper 3 times, I banish, you know, whatever you want to write. I banish all unwanted energies directed at me. You can write that 3 times. And then you want to put that in your bag with the other ingredients, and you're going to, you know, tie it shut. And if you happen to have any like protection oil, any oil to get rid of, banish any negative energies, or you can go ahead and create yourself an oil. Get some olive oil and take these 3 ingredients and let them, if you want to use this like right away, put the herbs inside the olive oil and take a pot and let that simmer a little bit, not long, because you don't want to I don't like to, sometimes you can burn the energy of the herbs out, depending on which herb you're using when you use that method. But you can just put some heat to it to ignite the properties of the plants and herbs and roots. So now let's go to the candle magic and the mojo bag. Hello beautiful creatures. So this is a part of the video where I do the candle magic, and I decided to talk through this a little bit because I added a couple of things and I wanted to tell you why. But first, I didn't have a whole red candle, but look at what I have here. This is a reversal candle. How perfect is this? So this magic is to remove, get rid of, banish. Yeah, so I'm going to use this candle, and I was looking for what oil to use to dress the candle, and I found my Angelica root. This right here, I am so happy that I was led to use this, because I'm not going to go into it. Maybe I'll do a whole video about Angelica root. However, for the purposes of this video, this is used in exorcisms and for removal of curses. So what better oil to use when working to protect, banish, and get rid of those nasty energies? So I'm going to use this, and which is probably what you can see if you, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but I spilled a little bit of it. I am going to be using my dried tobacco to kind of dress around the candle. So I have here the blend. I only put a little bit in here, and I kind of spoke the intentions as I, you know, blend them together, and, you know, said a little prayer for these. So now all I'm going to do is kind of cleanse the little space right here and dress the candle. And then once that's done, I will have to come back after this is all, the candles all worked, and show you the protection bag.